To today's topic, what is content marketing and why do you need it? Well, because we're living in the modern times, the information era, 2018, content marketing is absolutely critical for you and your business. Many users, many consumers have become completely ad blind. And what do I mean by that? They naturally ignore advertisements, whether they're using a physical ad blocker on their browser or where they're simply not seeing it because their eye has trained them not to look in the key advertising areas, typically on the right side of the sidebar, to the right side of a blog post. We don't really see that. Even things like Google AdWords, Facebook ads are showing lower and lower conversion rates as time goes on. People don't like to be sold to. People like value. And because some companies are doing this so well, it's actually training customers and users to appreciate those brands even more and disrespect the brands who are still using traditional methods of advertising and marketing. So what is content marketing to me in 2018? What it means is you and your business are putting out pieces of media without the immediate desire to sell. You are putting out a blog, a video, a podcast to bring awareness to your company, to discuss something relevant to what you offer, products and services, but not necessarily directly selling to people. Why is this so effective? Well, first of all, you're bringing a lot of value to your customer. Let's say you sell digital cameras. The standard content marketing strategy would be show someone using that camera in a lifestyle situation, in a business situation, and have no desire to sell that camera, but just let people know that that's the camera being used. So you integrate modern media with the intent to bring awareness to your product or service. Content marketing is a form of inbound marketing. And when we say inbound, it means it brings the customer to us. We're not going to them. We're not pushing advertisements in their face. We're not disrupting a magazine with an advertisement. We're not disrupting a TV show with a commercial. We're not cold calling or cold emailing. We're putting out media designed to attract the attention of our target market. And that's very critical for content marketing. If you don't know who your target market is, you don't know which keywords to focus on. You don't know what copywriting to use. You don't know what marketing message to ultimately underlie that piece of media. Knowing your target market is the most essential aspect of content marketing. Because if we're going to attract people to us through inbound marketing, we absolutely have to know who we want to attract. We can't just put out vague media anymore. And that's really the power of the internet. That's the power of Facebook. That's the power of Instagram. That's the power of YouTube, is we can put out very specific pieces of media that we know our user would be interested in watching because the media itself likely solves a problem. And it maybe gives them the idea that the product and service behind the marketing, behind the content, could be very, very useful. It's absolutely essential that you use content marketing now for every business. It really doesn't matter what you use. Even if you're a coffee shop relying on walk-in traffic, it's essential that you set yourself apart from the other coffee shops in the area through content, through brand. Content is branding. Content is not selling. It's a big difference. And the best brands in the world right now are going all in on content marketing. And essentially, they're becoming a media company as well as what they already do. Why would you want to do this? The number one reason is because you can dominate the conversation in your industry or your niche. Dominating the conversation immediately puts you as the authoritative brand. If you're putting out the most high quality media in your industry, whether you're in automobiles, investments, jewelry, fashion, doesn't matter. If you put out the most high quality media, you're going to be able to position yourself in the customer's mind as one of the best brands to work with. That's really as simple as it gets. So what should you be doing if you are interested in content marketing? You should immediately begin making articles. Articles on your website are the fastest way to get organic search traffic through Google. I've built so many businesses through basic article marketing. And one of the secrets to article marketing is obviously SEO. How do you optimize an article so that it's when someone is searching for a long tail keyword your article is going to rank high. People know by now, anyone who's in digital marketing, that the top 3 listings in Google get all the traffic. You rarely get traffic if you're on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th page, and even at the bottom of the page, because now not only are you the top 3 organic ranking, you're now surrounded by all the people who are paying for ads next to you. Now, why would someone pay for an ad if they can do content marketing for free? Well, there's a trade-off. Paid ads, which aren't really a form of content marketing, they're a form of advertising, direct response in a sense, they are pay per play. You purchase an ad, you pay per click, and it's done. The traffic comes in when you turn the money on, the traffic stops when you turn the money off. That's the beauty of content marketing. You can put out a piece in 2018 and it might continue to sell for you for the next 3, 4, 5 years. The more evergreen your content, the more valuable. Here's the difference. Making great content either takes a lot of time or money. And obviously there's going to be someone who has a lot of skill involved with that. Someone like myself who spent 20 years practicing as a writer, as a video producer, and now more into things like podcasting and photography. For me, I realized that mastering modern media was the key to becoming a successful digital marketer. So all I've been doing is developing my skills so I can offer high ticket offers to my clients so I can produce them the best media so they can dominate their niche. For you, you may not be able to find me, you maybe don't want to hire me, maybe you want to go with someone else. You're either going to have to hire someone externally to come produce the content for you, or you're going to have to learn to do it yourself. And that's the great part about it. You can learn to do it by yourself. Great media doesn't mean $1 million cameras, $1 million sets, $5,000 budgets. It might mean that, but it doesn't have to. You can begin with your iPhone or your Android phone. The quality is good enough to get started. And that's really the most important thing, that you and your company get started with content marketing. If you don't get started, you'll never get good. Whether it's getting good at production as a technical skilled operator, or whether it's getting good as production as an outsourcer and what quality you're looking for. Your 100th video is going to be so much better than your first video. And the great thing about content is, there's so many great things, it gives you so much feedback so quickly. You can really test the reactions of your audience, of your customer base. Content is something you can send out on your email list. Content is something you can put out on your website. But really, what you want to be doing with content is putting it on the major social media platforms. That's where all the attention is. The attention's in the phone, the attention's on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube, Spotify, iTunes podcasts. That's where Pinterest, that's where you should be putting your content. That's why one of the most popular services we offer is the Content Maximizer, where we get the client to make the video and then we repurpose it for every channel in a different native format. It's just really powerful. It's not about becoming a successful YouTuber. It's not about becoming like the top business podcast. It's about putting out as much high quality media as you can afford to, because that's the way you draw in clients. That's the way you build the magnetic aura around your business that pulls in your ideal customer. If you constantly have to cold call and cold email, you're always in a position of desperation. You're always in a position of asking. When you put out the best content in the world, when your pictures are the best, when your videos are the best, when your articles are top notch, people come to you, they see you as an authority, and you can even get more advanced. You can publish a book or a manual or a white paper, some more high-end bottom of the funnel content. If you're a business, you have to recognize that you want different content at different parts of your sales funnel. When you're at the top of the sales funnel, you're focusing on awareness, so you want more broad educational content. When you're in the middle of the funnel, you're talking about interest and consideration. You need ebooks, white papers, webinars, powerful, convincing media. And then of course, as you get to that bottom of the funnel, even more advanced, really detailed sales-driven videos. I know I said that all content shouldn't sell, but when you're in a business landscape, you do want to have different tiers, different styles of content for where your customer is in their user experience, in their sales funnel position. I can't recommend getting into content marketing enough, and I believe we're only at the beginning. I've had so much success with content marketing in my career, far more than Facebook ad running, far more than sort of traditional digital marketing. I mean, that's such a broad term, but content marketing specifically to me is really the future, because the future of human attention is going to be in the cell phone, in the mobile phone. Therefore, whoever has the attention in the mobile phone, whoever's videos are being watched, whoever's blogs are being written, whoever's podcasts are being listened to, are going to have all the leverage. And so let me give you one more tip on top of content marketing. It's the integration of influencer marketing, because then you can rely on pure content creators, influencers, people who have already obtained an audience. They can do the selling on your behalf. They can create the content on your behalf. You don't have to spend all the time and money in the production. You hand that off to them, let them represent your brand. I highly recommend your business create an ambassador program of 4 to 6 influencers between 50 and 1 million followers on Instagram and YouTube. Give them a lot, but let them run with it. Let them represent your brand. Now, obviously, you're going to have to vet them. Obviously, you're going to have to make sure they can stay on brand guidelines. And maybe you have to quality assure the content they're creating before it goes out. But if you can find someone you can trust, and I guarantee you they're out there, they could bring immense value to your business. So instead of spending $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 on a video with someone like myself to produce it, go get someone like my wife who's a social media influencer, get her huge audience to sell for you. Let her put out some pieces of media for you on your behalf using her methodologies. You don't even have to think about production. You just think about, is her audience right for my business? That's what you have to figure out. Figure out which influencer overlaps with your target audience the best. You might even have to go ask them, hey, what are some of your demographics? We'd like to open the discussion with you on having some brand integration. Are you open to having our cigar, our cell phone case, our t-shirt? Are you open to representing a product like that? And what would you be looking for in return? Obviously, we could provide you some financial compensation. We could provide you with free unlimited products. And for some businesses, you actually want to give up equity. It would be so valuable for you. If you don't have any revenue coming in, what is the point? But influencers can create revenue like that. One post on Instagram could change the entire outcome of your business. One great video on YouTube could change the entire year for you, and it could be so results oriented. People think, how do I know the ROI of this sort of stuff? Well, you put out a piece of media. At the end of the media, you have a call to action to learn more. On that call to action, you use a specific domain or a specific link. You track that link into your e-commerce sales, into your walk-ins to your store, into your brand mentions, whatever it is you're after. And you sort of get an idea of, wow, this is very powerful. This piece of media brought in X dollars, X traffic, Y email signups, Y leads, whatever it is you're looking for, content is going to be the answer. It's no surprise that the people who put out the most content are having the most success. That's why I launched Rich and Niche, to teach people about this. To me, I've been digital marketing for 5 years. I've been producing videos for 20 years. I've written books, articles, I've started podcasts for other people, and my single biggest piece of advice is to master the art of content marketing. And so for me, building this company, Rich and Niche, it's going to be a fantastic academy for business owners, for content creators, for people who actually want to turn media into abundance, media into money. Content is the new currency. Content is what's going to take your business to the next level. So get started today.